12 Rounds TV. Roger Mayweather says he's not worried about Manny Pacquiao. Says that Roger Mayweather see an easy win for Floyd. Says over here, trainer Roger Mayweather has a good eye for dangerous opposition, and he doesn't see the 5'6" Manny Pacquiao as any kind of threat to his fighter, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Pacquiao just another name for Mayweather to add to his resume. No, he's not. He's not that fucking easy to beat. If Mayweather Jr. thinks that he's gonna get the same fucking fight knockout that Marquez had in the fourth fight in 2012, he's mistaken. Pacquiao already learned from that mistake, and that's what's good about sometimes, not all the time, sometimes good about losing, because you adjust. You become a better fighter. It says over here, as he marches forward towards beating former heavyweight world champion Rocky Marciano's historic 49-0. Oh, okay, that's what they're hoping, to beat the 49-0. Well, newsflash, Mayweather Jr. would have to renew his contract with Showtime to do that. Because even if he did win in these last two fights that he has left with Showtime, that would only put him as 49-0. And that if Mayweather Jr. gets through Manny Pacquiao, and if he decides to fight him again or fights another guy, guarantee you, if he fights fucking Manny Pacquiao and Amir Khan, one of the motherfuckers is bound to fucking beat him. I mean, not Amir Khan, I'm sorry, Keith one-time tournament. It says over here that Roger Mayweather wants to see Mayweather better the mark, even though it's a couple of times by Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and Ricardo Lopez. Finishing with a perfect 50-0 record would look good in the record boxing for future fans to sport when they look at Mayweather's record and resume. No, we don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to see his fucking record. His record would be a fucking wife beater or woman beater. His resume in boxing might be no losses at the moment, but it's not like one of those you can be proud to say that he didn't dodge and duck anybody. This fight took 5 years to finally happen. As contrary to popular belief, it says over here that Mayweather fought all washed up champions when they're no longer in their prime. And he continues to cherry pick and dodge and duck fighters. If you guys don't remember, there was an All Access. Mayweather was talking to his crew and saying that, hell, if they know, quote unquote, hell, if they know that, you know, my corner gets me easy fights, and if they think that I cherry picks, well, it's gonna be an easy win for me then. You know, that I would love for my corner to keep cherry picking and keep giving me easy fights so I can get the easy win and get my money. Not those exact words, but that's what he implied. If Floyd Mayweather continuously testing and challenging himself to better fighters, he would really get a lot more respect. And I highly doubt it that he would be at 47-0 had he not cherry picked. Manny Pacquiao, he has 5 losses. 5 freaking losses with knockouts. Alright? But for some reason, a lot more people gives him respect. Why? Just like Mike Tyson, even though whatever his life outside the ring was fucked up, but inside the ring, he fought everybody. Especially in your house. You clean out your house. You fought everybody in that area. You don't dodge and duck nobody. You fought everybody, whether it's less payday or more payday. But Mayweather goes, this is the thing. Mayweather loves money so much, but for some reason, when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, he don't think like that. He didn't fight him 5 years ago. Don't believe that bullshit PED, performance enhancing drug accusation by Mayweather's Manny Pacquiao, because that was never proven. Okay? As a matter of fact, Manny Pacquiao's camp side filed a lawsuit defamation of character, and it was settled to an undisclosed amount outside. You know what that means, right? They fucking paid Manny Pacquiao off so he can be quiet on the side, outside. Because they have no fucking proof. He's a hearsay. Anyways. Says over here, Roger expects Mayweather to obliterate Pacquiao like a speed bump in the road on Saturday without any problems whatsoever. Roger's main though isn't the Pacquiao fight. It's the fight that comes after him. He wants Pacquiao out of the way so that Mayweather can move on to his other two fights that he'll need to get to the magical 50-0 record. Roger says that he can beat this mother effer with what he got already. I'd like to see Floyd beat Rocky Marciano's record. And I know he can. Yeah. Tell him fight Guerrero 3 more times. He'll beat him. Roger Mayweather said that he believes he believes that Floyd Mayweather Jr. will knock out Manny Pacquiao in 5 rounds. 5 fucking rounds. I can't see nothing that Pacquiao can do. Really? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? He says that Manny Pacquiao ain't gonna do shit to Mayweather. Nothing whatsoever. I just watched the last night the HBO episode of Mayweather Pacquiao, The Legends Talk. Even though I strongly believe that 90% of those guys are pro Mayweather because of for whatever reason they have, they don't even think, not even come close to what Roger Mayweather had said here about Manny Pacquiao can't do anything to Pacquiao. And this is coming from the legends, the boxers themselves that actually got inside the ring with Manny Pacquiao, whom Manny Pacquiao beat. De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Ricky Hatton, Marquez, Cotto. Manny Pacquiao beat them all. You guys didn't know Shane Mosley is the closest one to almost knock down, impossible, beat Mayweather when they fought. Mayweather had a little hard time with him. He adjusted though after that almost knockdown. But that wasn't the case when Mosley fought Pacquiao. Pacquiao schooled Mosley like a fucking stepchild. This is the truth of the matter, guys. Everybody on that Legends Talk episode of HBO that Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather had fought, Manny Pacquiao beat him worse and harder. Okay? Just like fucking Ricky Hatton talking shit about, oh, I think Mayweather's gonna win because of defensive style that he can adjust to every round. That don't fucking mean shit. Alright? Why don't you compare the fight that you had with Mayweather, which countered actually as one of the greatest fights in that moment, because you guys were going each other back and forth. You know, it was a great fight, great TV. I mean, everybody was cheering. You know, I mean, you had Mayweather Sr. behind you, Ricky Hatton did. I mean, you had Ricky Hatton had fucking everybody in his corner, you know, when they fought. And it was a boring fucking fight. Yes, I admit it. It was a boring fight. The Pacquiao versus Hatton. Why? Because he fucking knocked him out cold in 2 rounds. And he got the guts, Ricky Hatton got the guts to say that fucking Mayweather's gonna win this fight. Come on, man. Come on, give me a break, man. Fuck you kidding, man. Roger said that let's get there, get him out of the way, and go to the next one. Apparently, Roger Mayweather thinks it's that easy to just get through Manny Pacquiao. Apparently, 57 other fighters didn't think so. Can't believe that Roger, fucking druggy, retarded, stupid Roger Mayweather said some shit like that. Like Floyd Mayweather Jr. is just gonna go through Manny Pacquiao because he is. It says over here, he's implying that he is in such of a hurry to get Manny Pacquiao out of the way. Doesn't he fucking know, or is he on fucking drugs, that this is the biggest event, biggest fight in the history of boxing? He should take it fucking seriously rather than talking shit like that he's just gonna go through this guy. This fight is not the biggest fight in the boxing history, and the numbers are this fucking high, and his fucking nephew is getting paid so much money because this fight is that easy. People know, everybody around the world except for Roger Mayweather, that this fight is big. Both fighters are different styles. A counterpuncher and a fucking aggressive, explosive fighter. And he think that if you really honestly believe 100% deep down and bet your fucking soul that Mayweather is just gonna walk through Pacquiao like it's nothing, like he did with Guerrero, you're fucking mistaken. You're high. You're not gonna get to Pacquiao just like that. Not Mayweather. He's defensive. Where in that fucking equation says he goes forward and be aggressive? If anything, he'll jab his way to a unanimous decision, or I wouldn't even say that. I would say a fucking split decision. Says over here in the article, because remember Manuel Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao in 2012 after 4 fights. Marquez showed that it's difficult to get a decision against a popular fighter like Pacquiao. That's why he decided that he wasn't going to let the judges have anything to do with the scoring of his last fight. We all know Marquez had always doubt the judging the scorecards. He always did question those. That's his own opinion, entitlement. But it makes you look like a fucking sore loser when you do that. You question. Shit happens in boxing. Pacquiao got cheated, not once, but more than once. Did he bitch about it? No. He just, at the post-fight interview when he lost that fucking fight with Bradley the first time, I guess my best wasn't good enough for them. It's okay. And he comes back. It's better fight like that when you stop yapping and fucking bitching about it. Hell, Mayweather Jr. and his camp already bitching before the fight even happens. It says over here that for Floyd Mayweather Jr. to get Pacquiao out in 5 rounds, like what Roger said, is expecting him to do, he's going to need to be in the forward gear in the entire fight. He ain't gonna do that. If anything, he's gonna let Pacquiao punch, and all he's gonna do is counterpunch, jabs and counterpunch. He ain't gonna go forward toe-to-toe with Manny Pacquiao. Are you kidding me? Not one in the history of boxing in Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s career, except for when he was like Olympics and before he went pro. He's never been fucking aggressive. If anything, he counterpunched, and then when he started getting the jab in, and he start slowing down the other opponent, that's when he goes forward. But even so, it's not explosive. Like I said, I've never seen Mayweather. I've seen fucking Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s 47 fights. I've never seen him as aggressive and explosive as Manny Pacquiao. They're different style. He's defensive. He's very defensive. He's a very defensive boxer. That's why this fight is gonna be so great. But for for Roger Mayweather to say that this is gonna be another fight just to get Pacquiao out of the way so we can go to the 50-0, dude, you're a long way from that. You have to fight 3 fighters. Mayweather does. Floyd Mayweather Jr. will have to go through 3 opponents if he doesn't fight Manny Pacquiao twice and actually beat him. You know, if they're counting Manny Pacquiao as a loss already, well, okay, good. Good for you guys. Then what's the other next two opponents then? Oh, let's pick Guerrero. Fight him 3 times. Because he already fought him once, so they can fight him again in September and another one next year. So that would be 50-0 for Mayweather. I guarantee he wouldn't even get through Cotto how he did Cotto the first time. Contrary to popular belief that Mayweather said over and over that once you beat a guy, it's no longer the same. That's why Pacquiao beat all those guys that I beat easier and much faster. Bull crap. Cut the shit, man. You wouldn't do the same shit you did to Cotto now. Cotto is a much better fighter now. He's lost to the great. He's learned from the great. And Cotto is better than ever, even though I don't really care too much for Cotto because he doesn't say much. Cotto doesn't really say much, you know what I mean? I have respect for Cotto because, like I said, he's really quiet, he's silent. He's a good guy, right? He's a good cat. He just doesn't say much, you know what I mean? Even on the Legends talk, he doesn't say much really. He doesn't want to pick a fight. He doesn't want to have a favoritism, which is cool. I mean, that's his own personality. But he's a great fighter. I'm gonna give him that. Like I said, I give Cotto credit. Mayweather ain't gonna beat Cotto if they fought again the second time. He ain't gonna beat him. If he does beat him, it would be a night of work of Mayweather. He ain't gonna go through Cotto just like that. Has fucking Roger Mayweather implying that he's gonna go through Manny Pacquiao. Whatever. Anyways, guys, that's my little little thought, review per se, analysis, reaction on the Roger Mayweather's comment saying that he sees Manny Pacquiao as an easy win for Floyd. That came out today, 2 hours ago. 12 Rounds TV. Talk to you on the next one. Take care. Peace.